Ghana Health Service din semia betu dwa said yare Cholera no asanso amanimusu bia mu nya asem keto amasa mre nipa be 15 na ahwere omo nkwa na nipa 800 nso na enya sa yare bi enkrofo bi ahyaase ebubu His Excellency na adodanko Akufo-Addo ne statue a ewo Efiankwanta Government Hospital animu ho no sanso na Food and Drugs Authority edin sembi abegu montene so na eyia a woye Gomua Central MP abato ayeto no enanu ye etwa mu no amanfo bi ka se wo twahwe wa fenti akoda hospital wo se no krabia enyim ene dey na wo se parliament enhyiamudie bi etimi ekoso wo ho nenso no majority leaders ekodru ho na mo minority entimi enkopie ho afenyo marking enso din se bia to just say wo se international communities no etimi ebeboa isi no na wotimi declare parliamentary candidates na akano sanso ena adwasafo ababe kasa o say omukoto primaries na wanya no ntino say ompese obeye the face behind Domiko Benya seat eha DDTV Media GH on all social media platforms Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram baby DDTV Media GH tebe channel like no comment no share so my order for young call yensem Ghana Health Service din sembia betu dwa say yare Cholera no say amanu muso den a sabre ameno kase nipa 15 na ahwere omo nkwa na nipa be 800 na enya sa yare bi ente ya na obia ahwe ne husu yie enti vaccine ebe kose so ma hyase vaccine na vaccine omo hyase ma no from 15th of this December na on the 19th of December na sa vaccine jumadi nyina na adwa ye boy e wo series na no na amane ba se akum nipa nwotwe afedi ato so akokum nipa dunum nipa 15 konkura no nim yare ko e Cholera asam na meka ne din eno no na wo se Western region say ade nipa ne ba hospital no obobo bi asabio wo ja na no wo fe wo ne ade we aba ne chese se de ania nya enti Ghana Health Service for asha said no so manu fitinura kwasi edi no so bi anu Cholera no betimi abo mo ban se de be ya sabi nipa yare ne ye wo ma ewuo no ene nyina etu obetwa anase beba fom omo di nro ne ma won a anya free afi kosi be se emfie dunu mo ne de keka ekosa de mo bi a wonyem oba wo ma akora nufuo de omo nka wo nkoji bi ene akoda wo nyanya afi wo chiemu a sesi aye kasai enipa yade ni bi aka omo edo maba ya sabia abu nipa ahanwotwe aburu 800 ani nyina Cholera yare na aye wo mo nti we wasam no the Bokata Daily Guide na ede aba then order for in some way na adwa ye bo ejei edi true dwa enti no eya na mo ahwe na ba bi omo ye sa vaccine no se o follow sesa edi no hwe na wo mu bia na wahwe na o ma so wanum se de be yare no ontimi enkonya bi ye beto aba no nkrofo bi di to just say NDC nya we ne election ne pem Akufo-Addo the president of Ghana ne statue na esi Efiankwanta hospital na nim ho no omo be ko no makwa akobubu no amparampa ne nuane ampa sa brei Akufo-Addo statue na esi ho no nkrofo bi ahyase ese no yenkohwe video ne brai bai beto aso order for video no na yakwa akwohwa aba no international say o ma hyase a o say His Excellency na adodanko Akufo-Addo ne statue na esi Efiankwanta hospital no anim ho Food and Drugs Authority FDA for the senior ba betu dwa say wo ho no ma ube ida say ubenya SMS na say ubenya email say omo FDA for omo recruiting nkrofo ene omo abeye adwuma entitwe sika botini bi na omo famfa we adwuma FDA for say enya no kre omo nka say omo recruiting workers bia enti obi an hwe yie na wan fall victim esan say nkrofo na pese omo fa kwati kwan bi so na omo je amanfo sika di ensem we na FDA for nso edi tudwa ana say omo statement na omo de baaye no ene da ahase
collapse in the under that now watching what to happen nyam nyam mi dinamenado minda hospital mi tipo mpaim nyam because baby am finam na me de baby MP no na sebe tafrate na mi nyina gom mensrɛsrɛ sika nti na obi a n'adwene yɛn dɛ mekɔtwa asubia no mepɛ dɛ megyina ayi TV do sɛ radio do dɛ he meka kyerɛ gomuafo dɛ mesi apɔw papa mem na me executives ni ayɛ tɛ apɔw.
Ensem wei ena na eyi agomua Central MP edi tu dwa international sɛ ne ho yɛ no sanso ena ene dey na wo sɛ parliament enhyiamudie bi ekɔ hɔ na nka both majority and minority omukohia no omode eniama egu akwam na emom no majority leaders etimi ekopie ho na emom minority entimi enkopie ho esan se na yese omo nso eye meeting odofo enko ne enkotie amanebo a reporter no edebae
omo abetan akunya so na e was anka omo start 10 o'clock enso no nyesa na afoba no speaker maaye ombetena ase ntigmedie no and share afie the normal casting my friend who say majority for no ba no mu wura eye chamber ni mu wo mu eje wan akonya atena so na answer na ye be kwa akoto aba no eti for be kai a na masoja for na idi a we be so mo contest say parliamentary candidate na ba konso contest on the ticket of NDC also na NDC masoja ni bi nso esi oko independent kofa nsensem eba ya we see ono ye majority we see ono ye minority no ene de entisa eye majority for buy no omo akotena be bia wo motena majority side no aka minority for omo be ba NDC masuja for omo be ba omo abetena se na won so ena menemo kasa na me kan say wo mo ye caucus meeting na wo mu ba akokwe ni heide na chese caucus meeting o mu wiye na mu show no so na me say majority for so ye meeting but one day e bia betena se na chese o mu ewie wo meeting no sa na meka no nti akase minority for so o be wie wo meeting no na o mu aba betena se na tde ya speaker be ba betena se na o mu ahye we
nti amane we na reporter no e de baye afennyoma ken enso se osre international communities ne se omo meboa said the Beya Electoral Commission ebetimi abobo omo parliamentary elections no yentimi hu se NDC ana se NPP ana se even independent candidates na arena no ensem say na afennyoma ken so edituja.
When we got that done, we came to Akwitia, which we also successfully completed, and it was declared. Then it was left with Nsawam, Adwejiri, and Suhum. Both were being done. Now, for Suhum, there was another go slow. The NDC at every stage tried to disrupt. Eventually, they rejected six polling station results, and we accepted that if they've rejected, they don't want it to be part, that is fine, because it was still giving us a win of over 1,500. Then they tried to use an independent candidate agent to frustrate the process. In fact, eventually, the NDC leaders who came there, led by the famous Alfred Woyome, told me and Honorable Obiamwa that they want to negotiate for us to allow the declaration of Suhum, and that their foot soldiers were amassing outside, and that if all 4 constituencies are declared for us, they will kill them. Very sad. Eventually, when we said no, we have to continue with the process, and we completed the Suhum process where Suhum was declared, they tried another go slow on Nsawam Adwejiri. Each one of them that came said, "Oh, you say another on praying winning a year farmer." Where does this happen? Eventually, when the EC official decided to continue the process, the NDC, led by Alfred Woyome, came into the collation center and said that, okay, their computer was not working, so we should give them 2 hours to charge their battery. As at 1 a.m., when they had gotten 3 hours to charge the so-called battery of the laptop, they said they were tired. Meanwhile, their candidate walked in. The candidate for Nsawam Adwejiri walked in. And we said, okay, if you are tired, the candidate himself was there. Meanwhile, Honorable Anodombre had been there the whole day. What next? The EC official, after another 1 hour of unnecessary disruption, he said he was tired, he was feeling sleepy, and that we should do it at 6 a.m. the following day. Friday. We all slept there. Well, by the way, I left around 4 a.m. to shower, and I came back around 7 o'clock. Around this time, the General Secretary was also there, but the candidate, Honorable Anodompre, and his agent slept there. At 6:30 thereabout, collation resumed. Around 8 o'clock, they started the agenda again. Will not allow. Then around 8:30, their counsel came in, Honorable Mr. Eduji Tamaklu, claiming that he had in his possession an injunction order from the court, only to find out later that they will use a delay tactics to file an application. They had filed a writ in court, that is the candidate for NDC had filed a writ in court with an injunction application, which they were seeking to serve the Honorable Anodompre and EC. So clearly, these are not Democrats. Whereas Dr. Bawumia conceded defeat even before EC's official announcement. They were not ready to accept defeat in these constituencies that day. They were not ready to concede defeat where they knew clearly, because their posture was that they won't allow the process to continue. And then, in fact, on Friday itself, after they have successfully gotten the Anodompre constituency collation disrupted, then they came to the others. The police had arranged collation tables for the other constituencies. In fact, Techiman South has started. They were collating. Ahafano Southwest, we had their table. We had Obuasi East, and all the Ashanti region seats were supposed to be collated. And then the following day, Saturday, was for Greater Accra. They deliberately disrupted and then used social media to threaten the police, whereupon the police felt that they could not provide security, in spite of EC's insistence to continue the work. In fact, on Friday afternoon, it was the police that actually instructed the EC to stop the collation process. I repeat, on Friday afternoon, it was the police that instructed EC to stop the process of collating the result because it was not sure of its ability to provide security. And you recall that was when the deputy communication officer, I don't want
for asema afenyo marking editu dwa na yakoti aba na yeto aso no adwo asafo a oye MP ewo domi kwabenya ya ye nche na ye betu na de so no anase na ede yanim ya ye betu na de so no wa bransem trefo obisa ne say obesan so a contest bi emu no wo sesese ye mra e wo se omutimi de ye adwumaden e wo so omudi timi eye adwuma MPP for timi ye adwumaden se de be ya seat na akodi MPP for omo be se timi
12 years in the constituency. What I would say is it's a bit too early, and I know that there's still some issues in there, but if you look at the gap that we win with and what we are contending with right now, I think as a party we need to have a critical look at that constituency and how we can win it back, with or without adversity.
Thank you very
much. What I would say is, I think we had the pointers coming out from the surveys that were being put out there, and a very important factor is my dad in the church, and I think that moving forward as a party, we have to have a look at that in the constituency. What role does it play? What pointers would it give to us moving forward? So that we can, hopefully, I'm very confident that we can have that seat back if we do our homework well.
What would be your reaction to persons who may want to criticize you that you may not have played such an active role in helping the party to secure the seat? Mentioning your dad's role and influence in that particular constituency?
I think that those are just, criticizing for criticizing's sake. from the moment I lost that seat in my primaries, I made it clear that I would be joining the national campaign team. I was not wavering about that, because when you have been an MP for 12 years, you still have your supporters, you still have people moving around you. You don't want a situation where you are not the face of the constituency anymore, but people still receive you as the face of the constituency. I didn't want that conflict, and I chose my words carefully when I
way and I do for editor. It's not in an say, almost answer beside a set. Na campaign no aso man hye dem hono e na wo say campaign de ono wo ka say national campaign no e na wo be ampa nso okoye they say no na still no there are other constituencies yentimi and declare on parliamentary elections and they say no and one ye hwe animu say other constituencies no almost easy bibia beto de na easy abe declare say is either say obenten ana asumesi and etimi arene sa constituencies no said be ya ebetimi de asumdue ene pepepe yo e de abaga na ha se e na Cholera yare no so ayese ati se de behwe se obi anso behwe no ho so yie ukobe uwura ba bi pie no wa horo nsa ho mfa wa no wakọ no akwa hu o doctor yakramo e ha DDTV media DH on all social media platforms yes remember na ma like na ma comment na ma share enso e de ama afoforo ahwebi ye be sanso astra wo se afenso na hu ye videos wo be follow ye YouTube page no se de be ya bribe video betum bia onso